What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And on the last episode of Breaking Bad, we left off seeing more and more mishaps and absolute disasters on both Walt and I believe the other one's name is Jesse's part, in terms of how they're dealing with their little situation going on with some former and current drug meth makers. I believe the one that's still alive right now, Crazy 8, is what they're currently trying to deal with at the moment, deciding on whether if they should take him out or if they should maybe do the right thing and let him go, but at the same time take a risk of potentially endangering themselves and maybe their families or whatever it is, that obviously Walter, but maybe the other one, Jesse's potential families or wherever he's connected to. But either which way, they're in a pretty peculiar situation at the moment, whether if they can decide what they're going to do with that whole thing. And obviously, Jesse took care of the other guy, but, that kind of resulted in a lot of construction work that needs to be done towards the end. So, yeah, there was that. And one of the biggest moments in the episode, in my personal opinion, was at the end when the children were playing in the desert. Obviously, one of them, a little girl, had found the mask that Walter and them was using when they were making their scientific experiments, obviously. And obviously, yeah, that obviously is going to lead to something very important, whether if it's in this episode or somewhere down the line. But either which way is going to obviously serve to be something very important to the plot. So that being said, I've been loving this series so far. 2 episodes in, and it's been really great. Just the context behind it and everything that we've seen so far. So we're gonna go on ahead and jump right on into this next episode. Episode 3, and the bags in the river. Ooh, all right. I want to say that I kind of know what that means. Sounding like Crazy 8's probably about to go swimming. At least that's what it sounds like it could be. But anyways, let's go on ahead and jump right on into this. And away we go. Now we go. Oh, is that blood? Probably a mixture of the blood and the acid. Oh, that's a horrible combination.
Does iron fit in?
Iron. Wow. Okay. .0000.
I was just wondering if it maybe could it's just a character thing. I'm stuck on. Never mind.
Walter Jr.'s on pot.
What?
Ah,
No.
that was actually a great assumption of who she's talking about.
Where's he getting it from?
Man, I don't know if I could even use the toilet anymore after dumping humans' remains in it. Oh.
Hey, look at me. Hey, turn around and look at me. This here, I wouldn't do this to my worst enemy.
I mean, you were gonna threaten to kill him now.
You hope I'll make it easy and you just drop dead, don't you? Well, I won't. So let me go. You don't have it in you, Walter. How do you know my name? Jesse told the maid on me. I came by to sell you meth.
So what? You threaten him? Huh? Did you beat it out of him?
Not even. What else did he tell you?
A lot.
Pretty much everything you could think of.
Oh, God.
You have a son who's retarded or in a wheelchair or something.
Alright, at this point, you might have to take him out because he knows way too much.
What the hell,
He
man?
kicking the door.
What are you doing, man? Says who, him?
My name, where I work, you told him about my son?
Don't touch me!
Damn junkie.
Look, I don't blame him. I actually don't blame him at all.
Oh, no, that's worth 40 grand, you stupid
It's
shit!
worth nothing when you smoke it all. Get off the toilet. We've got work to do.
No, you got work to do. I did my part.
You mean that obscenity that I spent the last 2 hours cleaning up?
For any of this. All right, how am I supposed to live here now, huh? My whole house smells like toe cheese and dry cleaning.
Because follow my instructions.
Oh. Let me tell you something else. We flipped a coin, okay? You and me. You and me. Coin flip is sacred.
I don't think so, but I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, well, sorry, babe. I'm just, you know, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Ah, that's the brother-in-law.
I figure his dad should be the one doing this thing, don't you think?
Hank, he respects you.
Get over here!
Oh, Lord. I like how, he doesn't know that the kid actually ain't doing the drugs, but, you know, he's not just calling him out on doing it, but just trying to give him examples.
Now, you on the pipe, you on the needle?
Nothing. Neither.
Yeah. Just show us your teeth, huh?
Ugh.
See that? Pipe, definitely.
Quite an earful he gave me.
Listen, I'll come home and we'll talk about it.
Well, honey, wherever you are, why don't you just stay there tonight?
Now he's having more trouble at his own home because he's not telling his wife what's going on.
Oh. It's safe. There's no poison.
Yeah. So that'd be the way to do it. If you're gonna do it.
I suppose it would. A real name?
Domingo.
Domingo. It's Sunday, right? I'd rather call you that.
Oh, whatever. I can't say I ever liked it much.
So, Domingo, you from around town here?
Walter, you getting to know me is not gonna make it easier for you to kill me. Not that I mind.
You know, you keep telling me that I don't have it in me. Well, maybe. Maybe. I sure as hell am looking for any reason not to. I mean, any good reason at all. Sell me. Tell me what it is.
I mean...
I guess I'd start off by promising that if you let me go, I won't come after you. That you'll be safe. I guess I'd say what happened between us never happened. And what's best for both parties is we forget all about it. But you know that anybody in my situation will make promises like that. So in my case, they happen to be true. You never know for sure. I was gonna study music originally. Maybe even try out for Oberlin in Berkeley. Out of it. So there was no money in it unless I wound up some bullshit rock star, and I didn't miss no more chance of that.
So, 16 years ago, how old would you have been?
It was after school. Trust me, I was there.
No one but you.
Are you family?
Not a conversation I'm even remotely ready to have.
Still a piece missing. Yep. As soon as you open that lock on there, he's gonna try to slice you or something. He must have had somehow gotten it while Walter was passed out, and he was banking on him to open up the lock. So as soon as it's open, he'll I told you, man, like it was too obvious. At least that's what I'm getting the understanding of from this. At least that's what it feels like.
The moment I do, are you gonna stick me with that broken piece of plate?
Okay. He's met his resolve. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Oh, man. Wow, you can see the bloodshot in his eyes. Well, he went through with it. There's no going back now. I mean, to be honest with you, they already took out the other guy. But I guess you can maybe just say that was more so self-defense because, you know, they were initially threatening him at the moment. So you could say that was self-defense in that moment. But, you know, afterwards, this right here, yeah, that was cold-blooded murder right there. So, I mean, in which he was still threatening him and his family. But, you know, it's just a difference when they're holding a weapon up to you as opposed to them being chained down and not a threat at the moment.
Yeah, you're like Rain Man.
Oh, man. That's another word I ain't heard in a while.
Hello, Zippy. Asshole. So it looks like meth, but it's too damn light.
Oh, that's the stuff Walter made, and Jesse had showed it to them.
You got something?
Doesn't it seem like something's missing? What about the soul? There's nothing but chemistry here.
I wonder if those flashbacks were like him talking with maybe another teacher, or was that maybe his wife, but or whatever, when they were younger or something. Like, obviously it was when he was younger because his hair was a little longer and he didn't look like he had that many wrinkles, obviously.
There's something I have to tell you.
Oh, he's gonna finally tell her? Ah, that's where the episode ends. Ah, man. Nah, once again, another fantastic episode of Breaking Bad. Like, this show so far has really done a good job of selling the characters in general, like how they're being presented to us, and their own troubles and their own struggles that they're going through. Obviously, Walter, with his work life, his family life seemed okay up until now, obviously, with his whole lying and a lot of different things that he's bringing up and everything. But it seems like, the main struggles of his life, like his work life and obviously his diagnosis, as well as his new life with meth and all that, like everything's just kind of sort of turned upside down for him in general. Now he's basically kind of living a double life at the moment from what I'm seeing. His regular life that he's trying to maintain with his wife and his son, and now he's got this other life in drug dealing and a lot of those situations. Obviously both him and Jesse obviously are doing their specific roles, and how obviously Jet, he's more so already been in this, but it seems like it's his first time actually having to deal with like actual victims in the line of work, because he himself was freaking out and panicking because he don't know what to do with the bodies or how they should deal with Crazy Eight, the guy that Walter obviously took out at the end. It's kind of an interesting put on it. Like, he's used to the drug dealer's life, but he's not used to that specific life when he's actually taking someone out and now got to figure out what they got to do with their victims. And, obviously they flipped the coin, and that left it up to Walter being the one to have to deal with that. So, and obviously, there was that little side story with the son where the mother, not the mother, how you say it? Walter's wife, obviously, Skylar, her brother-in-law's wife, basically was thinking that the son was the one doing the marijuana, the pot, all that, being in all that. So obviously you got the husband of that lady trying to scold him in a way, but only in a different sense, like not just flat out telling him, because he's trying to keep it under wraps, basically not trying to get himself caught, thinking that the son will catch on to it. Obviously, we had that little fun side story of him trying to basically show him that type of life and all that, specifically what you would be going through if you started going down that path. The show's managed to do a really good job of just taking us into the different lives and the different events that are happening with everyone so far. And it's done a really good job of just showcasing specifically how they're all dealing with it during the moment. Obviously, at the end, Walter finally found his conviction. He finally found a reason to take him out. I was about to say Emilio, but Emilio was the one that got acidified. I forgot what he said his name was. It was something with a D, but I just stick with Crazy Eight. Yeah, Walter found his conviction with that. He knew what he had to do. He knew he had to take him out, because let's be real, you shouldn't get yourself in this situation in the first place, but he in it now. In that moment, he knows who you are. He knows your son. He most likely knows your wife. He knows probably other loved ones of yours. So at that point, it's probably best to take him out. It'd be cruel, but when the chips are down, you're probably going to try to do everything you can to keep your loved ones safe. So I guess, it really just depends on the type of person too, whether if you do have it in you or not. Obviously he thought Walter didn't have it in him, but the moment Walter finally felt it, the moment he finally was convinced he was a threat to him and his family, that was the moment he took action. And I respect him for it in some ways, just because, his family was in danger of that person, so he eliminated the threat. But yeah, like I said, you know, another fantastic episode. The series has been great so far. Literally just 3 episodes in, and it's been a really great show. So that being said, you know, make sure you like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.